Hi, I'm Zach Fagenson with Miami Today, and I'm here at Florida Memorial University for an interview with their new president, Dr. Henry Lewis III. Dr. Lewis joins a long line of former Florida Memorial University presidents in running South Florida's only historical black university. Dr. Lewis came from Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, where he was for more than 30 years. His background's in pharmacology. However, he's been a dean and now a university president. His immediate goal is to ensure that the university is re-accredited in 2012. However, he's also putting together a 10-year program that involves nearly doubling enrollment, starting a football program, and driving the university to be more research-oriented in hopes of getting those research dollars to support students.
Florida Memorial in several years back experienced some difficult financial times. For the last 2 years, 2 fiscal years, we have had very good economic outcomes. Our fiscal year 08, 09, and 9-10 showed a very positive bottom line. We anticipate an even more positive bottom line for fiscal year 10-11 as well. My challenge as the new president is to keep that going in that direction and certainly bring in more dollars to support the university as well. I don't think that those dollars can come from a tuition base. They have to come from external sources because we cannot fuel the growth of the university on the backs of students, and that's certainly my philosophy that I bring. So that means that we got to bring in dollars from other sources. So I'm very optimistic that we will continue that. Our endowment has grown now. Albeit small, but we're over $12 million in our endowment right now. I want to grow that to $20 million over the next 5 years so that we can continue to put dollars in reserve here on our campus. We have several programs and buildings under construction. As we talked about, I talked about the new gymnasium. Also under construction on our campus right now is a $13 million apartment dormitory that will provide 360 new beds for students. That dormitory facility should be ready for fall semester 2011, so we're excited about that. We have a new chiller plant that's coming online that will be the infrastructure for additional growth of buildings on our campus, so we're sizing that to a capacity to build 4 more buildings in that regard. So both of those projects are fully funded, and we're excited about that. They are generating over $20 million in construction activity going on our campus as we speak right now. You know, our annual operating budget this year is about $42 million. About 70 to 75% of that currently comes from tuition sources. I'd like to take that tuition number down to about 66%, 2/3 of our operating expenses coming from tuition and another third coming from external sources. In order to do that, I'm going to need to have about $12 million coming in from external sources on an annual basis. I think that's a laudable goal, one that we can probably achieve in the next 2 to 3 years. Like other universities, obviously it was impacted in a tremendous way. I don't know the exact percentage decline, but I know it was a significant decline. Over the last 3 quarters, however, the market has been very, very positive. The board has adopted a new policy for investments of our endowment funds. We hired 2 different financial advisement institutions that are working with us in investing our dollars, and both of those institutions have returned pretty, I don't want to call it healthy, but certainly positive growth in our endowment funds. I want that trend to continue, and we look at that on a quarterly basis to make sure that where we are positioned and where the market is are compatible with one another.